A decade ago, a quiet yet powerful voice emerged from the Eastern Cape, captivated the hearts of South Africa and beyond. And today, Asanda Lusaseni Mvana, known globally as Msaki, stands as a testament to what it means to blend passion and purpose and resilience in an ever-changing musical landscape. And as she celebrates her 10th anniversary in the industry, Msaki reflects with gratitude on a journey that has not only shaped her career, but has defined a new era of South African music. She joins us now in studio as she celebrates and marks this milestone. Msaki, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us at this hour.
Thank you for those words.
I was asking you 10 years later, just hearing what you've done, culminating to this moment as well. I mean, how does that feel? Does it feel real? Is it surreal? You mentioned that feeling is still there.
I'm so surprised to think that 10 years has gone by so quickly and that it feels, almost like yesterday when I stepped onto the first open mic session, and I didn't know how people were going to receive the song I wrote when I was on my own. And I think that respect and reverence for the stage is still there. And I want to leave with that, I want to make sure that that is encompassed with a feeling of just saying thank you for that, for this time.
Yeah, it's that humility and that deep respect for being that vessel. I know I've got a personal moment with you at Gregory Porter when you opened at his concert, but in your 10-year career that we have come to know you, what's been a memorable, defining moment for you today?
I think it's a combination of things, but when I hear stories about people, having real life consequences to maybe having like one moment where a song that I've written or that I've been able to catch and share has moved them to some courageous moment or a moment of healing. Like some people have said, I listened to Fetch Your Life and then I decided to start my consulting business. And I'm like, Fetch Your Life was just the straw that broke the camel's back, maybe that you needed to hear as a nudge from the universe, but that courage is yours, that decision is yours. So yeah, it's stuff like that that really moves me.
Because it's about connection and healing and hope as well. And when you started, it was about your community, also portraying your heritage, your history, your own story. How far along would you say you've come along in your own healing journey?
It's been integral to my music making. My music has saved me many times. And in terms of just understanding how I occupy space as a person who's really fallen in love with poetry and heritage and learning about my roots as Umxhosa, very humbling because, some of those things we didn't get to grapple with them when we were young. And yeah, coming alongside that vision and watching myself grow as a storyteller in my language has been something that I think I'm quite proud of as well.
Yes, yeah. and also fusing other art forms. I mean, the way you dressed, you mentioned it was grandpa swag, but incorporating your culture, your history as well, bringing that agency to the South African story, the African story, the responsibility of ushering a new era of music as well. How do you comprehend all of that? Is there pressure?
I don't know. No, I don't feel pressure. I just think, I'll play my part, whatever I can do, whether it's just, I love folk music, I love orchestral music, I love country. I've been writing all kinds of music, and I think as a person who's just in love with the medium, I want to make it as rich as possible. And I think people have got capacity to hold so much beautiful and rich information, and it's an intelligent audience, so it's a collaboration.
Absolutely. Yeah. Describing your sound then, because as you mentioned, it's poetic, folk, electronica. I mean, you're fusing everything. What does this next juncture of your chapter encompass? What's inspiring you?
What's inspiring me is serving with I'm learning how to serve with my creativity. I think the first 10 years was about establishing myself as somebody who wanted to have a voice, Now it's about, okay, how do I build structures? How do I actually really make the background that sometimes helps and sometimes fails us, especially in South Africa for young songwriters. There's that. I'm growing as a songwriter as well so that I can be at least a bit more remote with my family, but the songwriting is still something that is a through line for me. What I'm not so interested in is obviously concerting right now, and it could be a phase, but I'm just respecting where the gift is taking me and what it wants to teach me. There's a lot of little projects, but they all have the same through line. It's about, a foundational heritage. It's about building foundations for other artists that are independent, and it's about growing myself as a songwriter.
Talk to us about your decision to go independent and about serving and giving back. Fetch Your Life Foundation, the work that you're doing through that. How have you managed to empower those alongside you?
I don't even think about it as giving back. It's more like working laterally and making sense to my community, because everybody that I'm working with is not a charity case. They are incredible musicians, they are cultural workers that just need simple things that, you know, to be able to maintain the integrity, the independence. I was able to make that decision early, and it's helped me have a good base to be able to make my own decisions creatively, financially. I can take a break now because nobody owns my music. And so those things really help. And I think in South Africa, where there's a lot of talent without a lot of guidance, it's just to make the information available and to make the infrastructure available for other artists too. Having,
you know, your magic collide with other magical moments and artists, Black Coffee, Kabza Small, Trezor as well. Talk to us about how that would have come about. Also, how you were forever changed through those experiences.
I mean, these are all musicians that I think are in love with the process of making music, and they respect the soul of the song. We have a lot to say together because they respect creativity. So a lot of my collaborations are like that. And I'm really looking forward to just trying to see how that manifests as a live show on the 12th of December, because it's to also celebrate those relationships and what they've achieved and how I've been able to support their journeys. You know,
Sure.
Black Coffee's gotten a Grammy, and we're part of that project, and it's stuff like that that we get to look back on.
Yeah.
That I'm really proud of. Yeah.
What about the global audience performing, you know, in global stages versus in South Africa or in home soil? How does that differ? Does the energy differ? The reception? Is it easier? Is it more intimate? Yeah.
It depends, you know, it depends where, because sometimes the magnitude of the stage means that the intimacy is far, but because they've really collided with the music and it's people that have fought to be there from different places, they're actually quite close, even if it's a big stadium like Madison Square Garden or O2 Academy in London. And then sometimes it's small, but it feels really big because people are depositing in real time such intentional energy. And as I'm sharing, I'm getting so much back. So it's different, you know. Yeah.
The 12th of December is your performance. How
Yes.
do people stay in touch just to get more info?
Please can you follow Tamago in Symphony? That's the name of the show. My page, Msaki, but look out for it, and yeah, just get your tickets on Ticketmaster, and we want to see you guys there.
All right, thank you
Yeah.
so much for joining us this morning and for your beautiful story and being part of our authentic African story as well. Msaki
you so
this
much.
morning, composer, singer, songwriter. Msaki sharing a story, of course, testament to the power of passion, resilience, and creativity. She celebrates 10 years in the industry, and we're looking forward to plenty more action.